You're listening to the Level Up Lounge podcast.
Level up.
Level up. Level up.
Level up.
Level up. You're listening to the Level Up Lounge podcast. Welcome to the start, the beginning, the first episode of the Level Up Lounge podcast. My name is Adam Kiefer, and I am excited to have you guys joining us for our premiere episode, and we have a killer plan laid out for today's episode. So first, what I want to do is give you guys a little preview of the show. We have two amazing guests that are going to be joining us today. First one is the man, the myth, the legend, Tention. If you have not heard of Tention or had the opportunity to hear him speak or go to one of his seminars, you are missing out. I learn something from this guy every time he opens his mouth, and I can't tell you how many aha moments I've had from hearing him speak, and he has some gold to give you guys today that will help you guys with your mindset when you're training, but also just in relaying the message of having a black belt attitude or a black belt mindset to your students as well. We also have internationally known DJ Bizerk, who's going to be on the show with us towards the end of the show, giving insight on music, the music industry, and then also custom music work, which I know a lot of you guys are looking for music mixes to be put together for your demo team, for musical forms. This is the man. So he's actually someone that's given me a lot of tips throughout the years with my music production and taught me a lot. So he's going to be giving you guys some insight on what goes into that. Then every Level Up Lounge podcast, we're going to have a segment that we called the Triple Kick. Triple Kick. Where we're going to go ahead and highlight 3 services or products that relate to the martial arts community that we recommend and that we have tested, and we're going to give you guys our insights into those products. None of those products or services are sponsors of the show either. They're all third-party services or products that we just love and that we've seen a lot of benefit from in martial arts schools or just to martial arts school owners in general. And then also, if you guys have any questions or you have any products or services that you think are good enough to be featured in the Triple Kick, then please email us at lounge@levelupmymusic.com, and we will take those into consideration. So we want to go ahead and jump right into our first interview. Before we do that, though, let's get a quick message from our sponsor of this show, levelupmymusic.com.
levelupmymusic.com. Level Up Music, the #1 music streaming service for martial arts schools. Get clean, family-friendly, motivating music mixes that your students and parents will love. It's so easy to use. All you need is a phone, tablet, or computer with an internet connection, and you're ready to start streaming. Upgrade the atmosphere in your school. Get started today.
All right, so I'm really excited to jump into an interview with someone that I really look up to, someone that's given great advice. And if you don't follow him on social media yet, you need to get on it because he's going to be one of your favorite people to follow ever. And that's the man, the myth, the legend, Tention.
So it's a wonderful thing, sir, to be on the couch of the Level Up Lounge.
Yeah, man, it's great to have you here as our first guest. And for our listeners that don't know you, can you just give them a brief history of your martial arts training?
My name is Tention. I am from New York City. I've been doing martial arts for 30 years now. I started competing in the black belt men's division at 1993. I've been doing it ever since. I've had a very successful career, winning all the major tournaments pretty much in every league, 6-time world champion. So I have 3 black belts in martial arts, and I own a martial arts studio, TCK Martial Arts, in the Bronx, New York.
So, Johnny, I know you post a lot of videos on Facebook of your students where you're giving different combos and training tips. And, man, your students are rocking. if you watch the videos, you can tell they're following right in their instructor's footsteps.
I really appreciate that. You know, we have a beautiful culture in the school, man. We all work hard, we train hard. You know, just that level of excellence and perfection that we all check. Everybody gets perfect, but we just really try to work hard and do martial arts the right way, at least in my school, from my perception. So, I really appreciate the compliment. I have a lot of hard work, you guys.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. And Jody, one of the things that I really admire about you is that you have a different mindset from other people. You have a championship mindset. And for the people that don't follow you on social media, can you give them a little insight into the mind of Jody Tention?
The thing about me is that I'm not perfect. I don't know everything, and I don't mind being a student again. So I really try to perfect my craft to the best of my ability. I try to make it an art out of it, which means like I try to make it enjoyable to watch. I try to make it absolutely have a realistic approach to it, and I try to make it. Well, for me, it affects every aspect of my life, man. I mean, everything that I do, I think about it from a martial arts standpoint, and as far as like my personal training and goals, man, I just really try to make sure that I lead by example. Like, you know, so many of us that we stand in front of the room and but we don't lead by example. So I try to make sure that my example is always in the forefront. Anything that I ask my guys to do, I'll do. There's times I'm teaching, there's times they always see me train. I make sure I'm training at least 4 to 5 times a week. And again, like I said, I'm always constantly looking to relearn, unlearn, relearn. You know, recreate myself over and over and over again, constantly. And I think that helps that constantly grow, helps us constantly change, make provisions, and just allows us to do, again, just allows us to constantly implement different things in our martial art as we evolve as martial artists. So, yeah, I'm always training, man. I'm always looking for ways to get better as far as myself, my business, and as well as for my students.
Jody, that's awesome, man. And I know you pride yourself on being someone that sets the example with their training. I know you have students that travel from all over the place to train with you at crazy hours, or at least what most of us might think are crazy hours. But tell us a little bit about the people that train with you and maybe a little bit about your training.
We have guys from all over that will come train at 5:30 in the morning. And we have guys that are lawyers, that are black belts, who travel an hour and a half to 2 hours just to train 5:30 in the morning, work out, and then go back to court. I mean, it's incredible, like all top black belts from all over. My students, many of them, but many school owners, and that come down to train 5:30 in the morning, to do the drills, to go over the concepts, and then take the drills and then go right back home or straight to work. It's truly amazing, but I make sure that I work out at least 5 times a week. It doesn't have to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, consecutively, but I try to make sure I get 5 sessions in a week. So I may work out Monday once, twice on Tuesday, once on Wednesday, twice on Thursday, again, rest the other 3 days. But I just try to make sure no matter what happens that I at least get 5 sessions of training weekly.
Jody, I love that, man. And I know it sets a great example for your students. When they see you training hard, it's going to inspire and drive them more. And I think that a lot of school owners get so focused on the business of martial arts that they forget to be a martial artist and actually train and work out. And I love that you're doing that and you're setting the bar high for your students.
Oh, absolutely. I think that as the leader, you set the culture. And you shouldn't act, a lot of us give a hard class, but don't take a hard class. And I think that sometimes when you're the instructor, but you take a student approach, you not only learn again, but you could kind of remember what it was like to be in that situation, and it allows you as an instructor to be able to pass the information on to your student because you're taking it from learning from somebody else, and then it brings you back to that reality of what they go through every single day. And not only that, you don't always want to be the best person in the room all the time. Like, sometimes you just want to be one of them, like just a student, not always the teacher, not always the hammer, And I think that helped me reinvent some of the things that we do in the school, and it also helps me become a better instructor and businessman as opposed to how I deal with each individual personality in my school.
I love that. And I think from my personal experience, a lot of the times when I'm training, I found out better ways to teach my students the things that I'm working on. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, Jody, one of the things I love about you is you are a crafter of words. A lot of times at your seminar, you'll give these one-line motivational quotes, these Jody-isms that stick with people, and it's easy for them to remember. So I want to have some fun and see if you can shoot off a couple of those amazing quotes that you have.
Hey, you know what? I'm a guy, like, the spirit hits me, but I'm always... when I'm teaching, I'm always in that zone. But hey, something's gonna come up before this podcast is over. But yeah, it depends on, like I said, the mode that I'm in the room that I'm in, and the energy, and that just moves my spirit, man. And it just stuff just comes out of me, you know. The one thing that I always tell my students is, don't be a partial artist, be a martial artist. And when I say that, what I mean by that is, don't be a partial artist, is that when the instructor gives you information, this is just real fast. My mother, I'm going to say this fast. My mother, I hate sweet peas. I hate sweet peas. And my mother would make, I remember the time she would make chicken and corn and mashed potatoes and sweet peas. And I would eat all the food off the plate, and I would just eat the sweet peas. She would say, you're going to stay until you finish all of your food. Eat everything off your plate. And as I became an instructor, I understood her point of view that, like, I love to spar, but we do jiu-jitsu. I'm a brown belt of jiu-jitsu. We do self-defense. And you have students that want to spar all the time. And I got to tell them, eat everything off your plate. You know, if the instructor does a form, you do a form. Don't be a partial artist, be a martial artist. And I understand that we all have specialties, but finish all your food, eat everything that the instructor is giving to you, and just learn to be a complete martial artist and not a partial artist. And that's one of the things that I reiterate all the time in my classes, you know.
Dude, I love that. And I think a lot of martial arts instructors this week, especially the ones listening, are going to be having mat chats with their students about being a partial artist. Just make sure you guys remember, give Jody credit for that. So moving on, Jody, I know we had a conversation a long time ago. As you know, I run Level Up Music. We have a streaming music service for martial arts schools, and we are putting together a Jody Tention training mix with some of your favorite songs on it. And I know very much that you are an old school hip hop guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some new stuff that I like, but yeah, I'm definitely an old school guy, definitely.
So, Jody, can you give us a few of your favorite old school hip hop artists that you like to train to?
Oh, man. My favorite old school hip hop artist is Rakim. And one of the reasons that I love him, first, he's first. Second, if you listen to him rhyming, he always speaks in a rhyme about how he's just superior as far as his skill set. You know, because that rapping, that's what it was a competitive field with wordplay. And he's always speaking about how he was superior and why he explains in each song why he's the better rapper. And I just kind of reiterate that, especially when I'm training, like, why, like, from a competition standpoint, it just fuels me why I'm going to be better. So, Rakim is definitely one of them, my favorite out of everybody. You have KRS One, Public Enemy. Yeah, I love Public Enemy, Rakim, KRS One. Gentleman that a lot of people don't talk about is Coochie Rap. But again, all of these guys, Big Daddy Kane, all of these guys were guys who always talked about as a rapper. They feel that why they was the best rapper. And you know, like I said, when we're training that stuff, I just translate that stuff to why I'm going to be the top fighter, you know, for several reasons. So those things just kind of went along with my mindset during those competition days of wanting to be the best in the room.
You like some good music, and I can't wait for you to hear this hip-hop mix that we're throwing together. It's got your favorite songs. We got scratching on there. We got all sorts of crazy stuff happening.
Oh, you got some stuff going on? Then I definitely want to hear that. I want to to the class, and I'm going to get you some feedback.
Sounds good, man. I'll wait to get your stamp of approval before we start streaming it. Cool? Now, for the people that are listening that have never had you out for a seminar, you run an amazing seminar. One of my favorite things is that you actually, at the end, will go around and you spar everyone, and it gives them a chance to actually learn from you by experience. And every time we've had you at our school, the mat has been completely filled, plus some. The students are talking about it for months afterwards, and it is just one of the most exciting seminars that we've ever had at our school. So what are some ways that other martial arts school owners can contact you so that they can get the Jadi Tention experience at their school?
Man, first and foremost, I appreciate you. You guys having me out there. I always had a great time, great energy, great enthusiasm with the group. And I think that sometimes, if you know, physically, while I can still do it, I definitely like to spar with the room because, again, it's their point of view, and I want to see their point of view of the fight. But if someone wants to contact me, I'm always around on Facebook, at Jadi Tention on Facebook, or they can call me at the school at 718-542-8622. And man, I've been blessed with seminars, man. Like I'm almost pretty full, way in advance. It's just been a beautiful thing. I never expected. I didn't get to be doing it, and it's just been taken off from me. So that's a great thing as well, man. And I appreciate the support and the plug as well.
Yeah, man, definitely. And if you guys are not following Jadi on social media yet, you guys need to get on it. The insight that he gives, the motivation, sometimes just the instruction that he gives is going to completely take your way of thinking to another level. Also, what I love is what he posts on Facebook. It's no BS. It's real. A lot of times he's giving you a gut check that you need, and you sort of reevaluate what you're doing, and you think about how you can improve not only what you're doing martial arts wise, but the way that you're living as well. And I absolutely love that. So make sure you guys follow him on Facebook. And Jadi, we are so glad that you were our very first guest on the Level Up Lounge. It was awesome having you, man.
Appreciate it. I like that. I like that Level Up Lounge. I like that. I get to set it off. Let me just tell them the proper way to spell my name, because some people think Johnny. So it's my name is Jadi, which is J-A-D as in David, I as an instructor, Tention, T-E-N as in Nancy, T-I-O-N as in Nancy. So it's Jadi Tention. And again, man, it's really good to be sitting on the couch in the Level Up Lounge. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Jadi. You were the man.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Tell your brother I said what's up, and I'll see him soon.
Wow, what an interview with Jadi Tention. So if you didn't believe me before, now you have a really good idea of the type of guy that Jadi is. And like I said, follow him on social media because you guys will get so much insight from his posts. And he is one of the most realist martial artists I've met. There's no BS with him. He tells everything as it is and is not afraid to call out people that are doing things that are bad for the industry as well, which I love. So definitely follow Jadi on Facebook. If you guys have the opportunity, you will not regret it. It'll be awesome. All right, so next what I want to move into is our segment that we like to call the Triple Kick.
And now it's time for the Level Up Lounge Triple Kick.
So the Triple Kick, we're going to review 3 martial arts services, and I should say actually recommend 3 martial arts services or products that we see really bringing a lot to the martial arts industry. And we're going to start with something that's really cool, which I don't know if you guys have heard of it before. It's Martial Arts Business University. So the website is mabusinessuniversity.com. And the cool thing about this is they offer all sorts of courses on different aspects of your martial arts school. They have things from HR to having the right mindset to doing a social media plan for everything. The cool thing is they have courses that you can pay for. They also have courses that are completely free for you guys to check out as well. And the value that you get from these courses are amazing. So I've taken a few of them myself, and I was really, really pleased. The free ones, I think most people would actually pay for them because of the amount of information you get. So definitely check out mabusinessuniversity.com. Second one, if you guys haven't heard of these guys, they have a really cool service, beltstripes.com. I know back in the day when we put stripes on kids' belts, we'd use electrical tape and scissors. And just sort of thinking back about it now, sort of like takes away a little bit of the professionalism from your school, in my opinion. So beltstripes.com, they have really cool stripes that you guys can give out at your martial arts school. But the really unique thing about their service is they customize it for you. So they can put your logo on the belt. They can make custom stripes if you have like special stripes that you want for your school that you haven't seen anywhere else. They can put anything on a stripe. They can put designs on them. And it really makes the kids even more excited to earn stripes now that they look really cool, and also adds a really, really next level professionalism to your martial arts school as well. So get rid of that electric tape and those scissors and do it the professional way. Lastly, Christopher Gray, if you guys know who he is, he has a website called myfirst6weeks.com, and we use his books, My First 6 Week books, at our school, and they are amazing. Parents love them. Kids love them. Basically, the idea behind it is when you have a new trial member come in, right away you give them a My First 6 Weeks book, and they can customize it with your logo on it. And the book actually does a really good job explaining the things that you're focusing on in your school, and gives the kids different challenges where they can actually earn stripes by completing those challenges. And what it does is it helps schools all across the country increase their conversion rates from their trial students and actually converting them to new members. So it's really, really awesome. And the cool thing is the parents really see the value right away. For example, the first mission in there is for the kids to clean their room and then post a picture of it on your Facebook page or in your Facebook group. So it's getting social media interaction with your Facebook community, and then also mom seeing a kid motivated to clean their room their first week of this new activity. That's really going to help keep them around. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, myfirst6weeks.com. Those are 3 martial arts services / products that we're recommending this week. We're not telling you guys that you have to buy them, but definitely check them out because they can do a lot to really help you guys level up your business and your martial arts school. So that is our triple kick. So next, guys, I told you at the beginning of the podcast that if you listen to our first episode, you are going to get a free gift. So the free gift that we have for you is actually a drill that you guys can implement in your schools that we call the Level Up Fighting Challenge. And basically the students are going to be working on combinations anywhere from 2 to 5 moves, and they're going to do it with music that actually makes them feel like they're in the octagon. So there's going to be sound effects on their punches and their strikes and their kicks. And the cool thing is, as the song goes on, the combos continue to get faster, faster, and faster. And we even hired an ESPN commentator. And right now he's the voice of the Clemson football team, who just won the national championships. So he's a commentator for them, and he did the voiceover work for us. And all the music is completely original and done by Level Up Music. We constructed every single thing down to the little beats and drums and hi-hats and all that stuff. And we're giving it away to you guys for free. So all you have to do to get it is go to levelupmymusic.com/lounge. And on that page, you guys will see the download for the Level Up Fighting Challenge. And you guys can download those, start using them in classes. We put them on our social media pages last week and had a huge epic response, and I love seeing all the videos come in of different martial arts schools rocking those drills with their students. So it'll really put a unique spin on how your students can train at your martial arts school, and we're giving it to you for free, so check that out. Now, sticking with the music theme, we're going to move on to internationally known DJ Bizerk, who we have with us today. This guy I've known for years, going back to when I was 16 years old, starting out as a DJ. He has produced some hit records. Teaches at an academy now that he runs called Bizerk Academy, where he actually is helping to groom the next generation of music producers. So let's give a warm welcome to Brad, DJ Bizerk. We are excited to have you. You're officially like our first musical guest on the Level Up Lounge, which is it's an honor.
All right, I'm glad to be a part of it. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, our pleasure. So just to give you guys, the listeners, a little history, I've known Brad, I think, since I was like 16 or 17 years old. DJ together at a lot of the same clubs coming up. Brad, do you want to give a little bit about your history with music?
Yeah, I just started off just producing when I was about 15 years old. This was back in the 90s using an old mod plug program. And then I moved up to Sony Acid Pro and just kind of created like a career and a name for myself in the hard dance community. So I had some releases out of Europe, and then that transferred into me getting more bookings here in Chicago and kind of developing a hard dance scene here in Chicago. Now years later, I have my own academy. I teach new students how to produce and DJ. Bizerk Production DJ Academy in Arlington Heights, and basically now I give back to the world what I started doing as an artist, and that was just making music and playing it live, and it's a dream come true.
That's awesome, man. I remember when you first started having like songs released, me and one of my buddies that used DJ, we used to like just listen and be like, man, how do you make that sound? How did he make this specific sound? So if you guys are looking for anyone to do like custom stuff for you guys, Brad is like the man. And if they're looking for like audio commercials, can they come to you also?
Absolutely. Audio commercials, any type of audio editing, there's really no limits with audio, so I'm definitely a person that can help with that. And yeah, I like to do it. It's fun for me.
Awesome. And if you guys are one of our clients, you probably recognize Brad's DJ name, Bizerk, from the Live in Chicago mix that he did for us, which was an awesome mix. I know a lot of schools have been playing it for their kickboxing classes. Brad, can you give us like a little insight into the process of making a mix? Because I know a lot of martial arts schools, gyms, fitness centers all use music or music mixes. But sort of give us like a behind the scenes look at sort of what goes into that.
Right. Well, there's a couple ways to do it. The first way to do it is just to record a live mix, and then you can take that live mix, drop it into programs such as Ableton Live, and you can kind of edit it just to kind of make sure, fix up certain things. Nobody mixes live 100% right on the money, perfect every time. So there's always little things to fix. And another way is to pre-program to actually produce a mix. So you can actually take different songs, and I can like sit here and piece it together so that it's, a custom, whatever the person would need done. So I like to do it live and edit it, but of course, you can also produce mixes and make 100% perfect sounding blends, everything perfect to the T.
Awesome. And I know a lot of our DJs that do mixes for us, and myself included, sort of do a combination of the two, like you were saying, do it live so it still has that live feel, and then sort of clean it up afterwards. Now, I know one of the things, the newer things when you did a mix for us, because all of our mixes are clean, so like listening and editing out like swears and curse words, I don't think people understand like how much time that takes. I think it almost takes longer than doing the mix, right?
I mean, technically it shouldn't. It should just be like, hey, flip this, reverse this, cut this out. But there's always, the little things that sneak by that you have to go back and fix that takes time really with it. So it shouldn't take long, but it does sometimes, yes.
I might be thinking of more of the hip-hop mixes that we do, because those have a bit more editing, I think.
Right, you got to reverse it, flip it, and reverse it, just like Missy Elliott said. So, yeah, he'll be fine after that.
If you guys have not heard Brad's mix yet, we're actually going to have it a link available. So if you guys are listening to this podcast, when you go to our websites, you actually be able to check out the mix for free and listen to it streaming through Mixcloud. So you guys will get a chance to check that out. And then Brad, I'll send that to you too. So that way, if you want to deliver it to any of your fans, you can.
And that's a private mix, right? That's not like public. That's only for your people, correct?
Yeah, so you can actually only listen to it if you have the link. So if you like Google it or something like that, you won't be able to find it. So we'll have that secret link we're giving out for everyone.
So it was made custom for only the people basically that are hearing this and that you're communicating this to. It's not a public mix. So I really hope you enjoy it, everybody that takes a listen. Get ready to turn up.
And it is awesome. It's 100% clean, and it's a little bit harder dance style than some of the other mixes that we have. But I think it brings like a different type of energy to the classes when you have that hard dance mix playing. So that'll be pretty dope for you guys. Now, Brad, besides being like an awesome DJ and making mixes, as you mentioned earlier, you've created a lot of songs as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you have stuff released to vinyl before too?
Right. I got my first song released to vinyl, which I don't know if I can say the name of it, but it was released out of Italy.
With Mix and Mark? Was it that one, or am I thinking of a different one?
That was a different one, actually. Because
okay.
I have over 16 international releases on vinyl out of Europe, here in Chicago. So you can look up Bizerk. I've had some alias names, Psycho Brothers and BZRK, but I'm on iTunes, Beatport, Google, Amazon. You can even download you can still purchase my vinyls out there on the internet somewhere, or you can just, come by my studio. I have maybe only a select few left I can sell, but hey, it's great being on vinyl. I feel like it's like a trophy of some sort, actually.
It makes it even more legit when you're on vinyl, I think. And if you guys haven't heard Brad's songs, definitely check him out. He's made a song like completely out of like the sound of a chainsaw, right?
Right, Chainsaw Massacre. It's by the Psycho Brothers, is the name of it.
Yeah, so the guy can take like any sound and like make an amazing song out of it, which is insane. Can you give us a little insight, like when you're making a song, sort of the process that you go through? I know some people lay down drums first, some people come up with the melody first. What's sort of your process for that?
That's a great question. It kind of depends. Sometimes I'll make a beat first, and then I'll put the melody second, and then kind of fill in the effects. But sometimes you just make a really nice melody, then put drums around that. So it's kind of depending on the type of song that you're working on. But at the end of the day, I'm at a point now where I do less thinking, and I just kind of just use my ears and listen, and I think what do I want to happen, and I basically make that into a reality after that.
Nice. Now, what genre of music are you mostly doing right now? Is it still hard dance, or are you doing like a mixture?
Well, I'm definitely doing a mixture. I just really, I used to be kind of in one category, but I work with hard dance, dubstep, trap, house. I make hip-hop beats. You can hear my music on SoundCloud.com/Bizerk, and I'm also on Facebook.com/Bizerk, Bizerk.
Awesome, man. Now, with all of our music guests, what we're doing is we're asking for your favorite song of the moment, like the one that you're jamming to like over and over again. Do you have a favorite right now?
I mean, am I allowed to say my own song, or does it have to be somebody else's song?
Well, when you give us one of your songs that you're jamming out to, and then also somebody else's song.
Well, I have this new track I'm working on with my girlfriend. Her artist name is Olivia Outrage. We made a remix, a Euro Dancer. It's like a dubstep rhythm remix, which we're going to be uploading on my SoundCloud pretty soon this week. I can't stop listening to it because we can't finish it. It's like almost done. It's like always at 99% done. So look for Euro Dancer, this really sweet Euro to dubstep remix we're working on.
Nice. And then what about, do you have a favorite song you listen to from a different artist?
Yeah, I mean, oh God, I really love, there's so many different artists that I listen to, so I hate to say one particular one. But since Brennan Hart is coming to town, I gotta say I love listening to Brennan Hart. He's a really amazing hardstyle producer. He comes to town to Vault Chicago, that is, to Vault Thursday. So look that up if you're in Chicago this January 19th.
Nice. And then last question, do you have a favorite song of all time? Like,
favorite song of all time? I really like this old school song from like the 2000s. It's called Escape by KC.
Yeah, that song is dope.
It's really cool. If you guys if you like an old progressive trance with like really nice melodies to it, check it out. It's KC Escape. It's such a great song. One of my favorites of all time.
Some of you guys that were on the martial arts like competition circuit, if you guys remember Mark Cannon and Zato, used to compete for Team Paul Mitchell, had a mohawk for a while. One of the first songs he used for musical forms was KC Escape. So that brings me back to like old school competition on the NASCA circuit. So it's crazy. That's awesome. That's a really good song though.
It is one of my favorites. Really, definitely worth a search on YouTube if you're by YouTube. Definitely.
Awesome. So, Brad, I want to thank you just for spending time with us and being our first music guest in the Level Up Lounge.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And I know that I've had a lot of people message me on Facebook or through Instagram asking to teach them how to create beats for like musical forums. And our company is sort of getting away from the custom stuff and doing focus more on the mixes. And then we also have our action kit side of the business we come out with. So if you guys are looking for someone to teach you how to make songs, Brad is the guy to go to. And if it's someone that's not in Chicago, Brad, are they able to like Skype with you or do lessons over the internet somehow?
Definitely, we can Skype. I've even done FaceTime, and basically we just sit there, we just go over your goals, and then if you even have any music that you want to pull up, we can actually edit it. I have, plenty of experience just working over the internet with people and just, knowing how to articulate words correctly. So I'll explain it to you in easy to understand forms. And if they want to get a hold of me, they can find me on Facebook. My name is Brad Bizerk Nierman, Nierman, or they can go on my website, BizerkAcademy.com, or they can even email me at DJ Bizerk, that's Bizerk, @gmail.com, and I'm there for anybody that's looking for help.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate your time, and I know I've gone to you for tips on songs and stuff and help. And like I said, Brad is the man, so definitely check him out if you guys get a chance. Check out his SoundCloud and get familiar with him, and I'm sure you'll probably hear him on another Level Up mix sometime in the future as well. All right, thanks a lot, Brad.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. It's a pleasure being on the show. I hope to be back soon.
Have you ever wanted to learn how to produce music and DJ like your favorite artists? Do you have a dream of playing in front of thousands and developing a brand and artist identity? Look no further than Bizerk Production and DJ Academy in Arlington Heights. Take our master course and get one-on-one help until your music career is in reach. Skype lessons are available. Please visit facebook.com/Bizerk Academy or bizerkacademy.com for more information.
All right, so next, guys, I just want to give you a preview for our podcast that's going to be coming up in 2 weeks. So our main focus of this podcast is going to be helping martial arts schools to step up their marketing game and also just going over sort of the mindset that you should have when you guys are marketing your martial arts school. And also, we're going to give you guys some stats about the best marketing methods that are working now for martial arts schools. So you guys won't want to miss that. Also, we're going to be covering, as far as the music aspect goes, the legalities of playing music in your school. Through my interaction with different martial arts school owners, we've had a lot of people say that they've gotten calls from a company called BMI saying that they have to pay for licensing for the music that they're playing in the martial arts schools. So we want to cover that with you, and we'll let you guys know if that's a scam or if it's a legit thing. And we're working on getting a guest actually that is an expert in music licensing that will be on the show hopefully in the next 2 weeks. If not, I've been through the experience of this, gone to school for music licensing as well. So I'll be shedding the insight on what I've learned from this as well, and just keeping any business, whether martial arts school or gym or fitness center, out of trouble when it comes to using music in your business. So that'll be coming up in 2 weeks. If you guys have any questions, if you guys just want to yell at me and say that my show stinks, or if you guys want to give us some praise, that's awesome too. If you have any products or services that you guys think should be featured in our triple kick, we'd be happy to review those. And if it makes the grade, we'll be happy to go ahead and recommend those on our triple kick. And if you guys have some awesome martial arts jokes, we would love to hear them. Send them in. You can email all of those things to us at it's lounge@levelupmymusic.com. So that's lounge@levelupmymusic.com. We are excited. We have officially finished the first episode of the Level Up Lounge, and we are excited to see you guys again in 2 weeks. Remember to hit subscribe so that way you guys are constantly getting updated of our new podcast coming out. And this next week, we will be letting you guys know about our guests that we have coming up next week. We're working on getting someone really, really big, and hopefully it works out. If it does, you guys are going to go crazy. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for the episode 2 of the Level Up Lounge.